Ugh. Yaho. Hello. Ooh. I really barely stream. Okay, I have my reasons for that, okay? I have my reasons. I to be honest, I've been streaming for a really long time. And then every single time I'm just like, should I do this? And I'm just like, you have like 300 hobbies. Let's do something else first. So yeah, I decided to use this model because I'm working on my 3.0. Yippee! Yes, I am working on my 3.0 now. It's almost done, sorta, kinda, almost done. Yeah, it's almost done. I made it within a week. I've been working on it for a week now. Well, longer. The sketch has been done for like 3 weeks, I think. Yes, 3 weeks the sketch has been done, and then I did the art within 5 or 6 hours. And then I've been working on the rigging. I'm not a rigger. I think a lot of you who have seen my models can see that I'm really not that great at rigging. Like I've rigged all my models myself. Both rigged all my models and draw all my models. So yes, even this one is rigged and drawn by me. I've been making all of my models for like since 2021, I think. So it's been almost 4 years. Yes, I have in fact been making VTuber models for 4 years, and I never shown them off before this. Yeah, I may be also a teeny tiny bit lazy. To be honest, I think that like most people don't really notice much of a difference within like a lot of rigging. Like I see a lot of rigging which is really pretty, and I really like them because they're really, really pretty. But sometimes I'm just like, yeah, you added that. Nobody's gonna use that. To be honest, I don't really add toggles. I think this model has the most toggles. Like, this one has the most toggles. I don't really have any toggles besides this. Reason? I don't use them. I made a model once which had a bunch of toggles. Like I didn't do that much because I'm not really good at making toggles, but they had toggles and stuff, and I don't know, it was pretty useless. I didn't really use them that often. I may, like for this one, I do use this one pretty often. Listen, it's funny. It makes me laugh. And I have like a tear, a little cry. But besides that, I don't really use toggles. I think like the main toggles that I have is just to turn something on and off. My 2.0 had a glasses toggle, which isn't on the 3.0 right now. I may add it later, but it isn't on the 3.0 right now. It will be added sometime. But to be honest, in my real life, I barely wear my glasses. Listen, I have a reason. And the reason is they're annoying, and I don't have really that bad of vision. I used to wear my glasses a lot, but that was when I had like special glass in them, and that special glass made it so I mostly could see better because I have double vision, which is not that funny, but it is funny to me. When I see in a distance, like most people see like one bird, I see like two. I think it's kind of funny. To be honest, my setup is kind of funny anyway. Do you want to know what my camera is set on top of right now? It's a setup. It's on top of a beer bottle. It's on top of a beer bottle because it's like, it's a good height because I don't have anything else right now. The cable on my camera is very, very, very small. So I needed something that like could sit on my desk. And the thing that I could put on my desk that was heavy enough was either I grab, I'm not gonna say that, I grab my and I put it on my microphone, which would be really difficult because it's like the clip that I use on my camera isn't really that good. So it's either I do that or I put it on a beer bottle, and I put it on a beer bottle. I'm not an alcoholic. I just I just don't throw away things very often. This beer bottle is still from New Year's. I mean, is it that big of a deal? Not really, I think. For me personally, I think that most of the time I just forget to throw things away. I have like four dessert little dessert glasses that are still on my desk. I have something that is going moldy on my desk and I need to throw it away, but I don't want to walk to the glass thingy where you throw the glass in. So I haven't done that. I do have my little 90 glass on my desk, and my I have one mug that I drink tea out of, and it's like this very specific mug. It's ugly as fuck, but I love it. I got it from doing bingo. I played bingo and I got the mug. I wanted the mug really, 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 really badly. So when someone had won bingo, I was like, fuck, I want that mug. They're gonna grab the mug. They didn't grab the mug, so I got the mug. Like everything else that was in the package, I gave away. I kept the mug. The only thing I wanted was that fucking mug. And I use it every day, so I have another mug that I used to use. It's smaller than the one I have right now. It was a mug that I had that had a heat print on it that I made myself, and I made it last year for the year of the rabbit. So I made a little rabbit design and it's on it, and it's cute. I really like that one still. It's still one of my favorite mugs, but I don't use it as often because it's not that useful. I mean, at some point you have to be like, oh, should I use this mug or should I use the mug that's like 3 times the size? You know? I mean, this mug is like it's pretty big. I don't know if you can hear it, but like it's right next to me. I used to drink a lot of, I still drink a lot of tea out of it. I used to drink a lot of just like black teas, but I've switched to, I don't know what the English word for it is, but I switched to rooibos, which doesn't have caffeine, and I've noticed that because I can't sleep properly anymore. I'm one of those people that gets really sleepy off of caffeine, so I used to just drink some tea before bed when I was tired. But this tea that I have just it doesn't have caffeine in it, which is better for you because I've been using caffeine as a sleep aid. Um some people have been like, why don't you just use melatonin or like take melatonin? Melatonin doesn't really work on me that well, to be honest. There's a lot of medication that doesn't work on me. Like anxiety meds, like if they're not like a day-to-day med, like those very specific anxiety meds that you get for like example, like when you go on a plane and you have like flying anxiety, like you get this one like small pill, those don't work on me. I just get tired from them. They don't work on me. I still get as panicked as before. I've had them a few times. I had them once when I had to go on a plane because I do actually have flying anxiety. I don't like flying. If I don't have to, I'm not going flying, and I haven't been going flying for a very long time. Um, but in general, I've had them like 3 times, and every single time they just did not work on me. So it would just be like really anxious, but so tired, which is not a good combination. Funny enough, not a good combination. And, at some point when I need to fix some, oh my god, oh my god. But in general, when you have like this very specific thing where, you know, you have like an anxiety disorder, but everything that has to do with anxiety just doesn't fucking work. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do then? Like, huh? What? I don't know. I mean, at some point, like, I think people have noticed in like my personal life that I just like, I don't know. I think that in a lot of like situations, a lot of people have been noticing that I just have like really, really bad anxiety. And it's kind of funny sometimes because sometimes people will be like, oh, Blue, are you okay? And some people will be like, God, again? Like, again? Again, Lou? You have to do this shit again. Like, I think that like the main thing that I find very funny is a lot of my family members, they'll be like, oh, Lou, are you doing okay? Are you like they'll pet me on the back and be like, it's gonna be okay. I'm just sitting there like, oh, this. And they'll be like, oh, do you have like your items? I'm like, that's not gonna fucking work. And to be honest, the main reason why I don't stream is I've been going to therapy. I've been going to listen, it's gonna sound like something else, but it's called cognitive behavioral therapy. Which yes, the shortened version is CBT. Yes, it is in fact CBT. Um, and it's really nice. Been working a lot, been getting over some of my anxieties. It's good. Not really, but I've been doing pretty well. I even went to get a haircut, and I only mildly panicked. Listen, I have my reasons, okay? Leave me alone. And at some point, I had been like, you know, I'd been just doing my thing, doing my shtick. And I had, at some point, like, I was at therapy and I was like, oh, yeah, I like make these little figurines and I do this and I do that. And I was like, why do you have that many hobbies? Listen, I have a lot of hobbies. I think I have, so I have art. I've been learning how to 3D model. I had already been doing 3D sculpting, but I've been learning how to 3D model, which has been going okay. I was able to make three models, which are questionable quality, but they work and they're able to be animated, so I'm happy. Then at some point I've been doing 3D sculpting and I've been doing 3D printing, which I have shown off some of my 3D printing on stream before. I think I've shown a picture of this model painted as a figurine. But my 3D printer has been dead, or well, had been dead for 6 months. And I've been really, 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 really frustrated with it to the point where I almost bought like a new machine because it just didn't want to work. I own a Elegoo Mars 5, not the Ultra, the original. And I just want to say, I've been never more frustrated with a piece of machinery. Listen, resin is toxic. It's not good for you. I take proper precaution, and I've been doing it for a while now. But my printer had worked for a month before shutting down, or at least like printing very poorly. And so I got a bunch of replacement parts. Last week I got a bunch of replacement parts, a new vat, a new thingy, because it just hadn't been working. I replaced the FEP. Well, not me, my brother did. I'm not very good at those things. He came over, I gave him dinner. So he had replaced the FEP and I got a new printing plate as well, just in case. And it still wouldn't work. So I changed the program that I use to like my slicing program. So I switched from Cheetahbox to Lychee Slicer, and it worked. I also changed some of the parameters in the software, which I had been like not looking too much because I make figures. I do a 0.2 millimeter layer height, which is very, very small. And on the bottle, because I use white washable resin, it said like 60 seconds and 8 seconds of exposure time and then 60 seconds of cure time or something like that. So I went to Reddit because yes, Reddit, funnily enough, is really, really good for getting answers to a lot of questions because there's a lot of people that are really knowledgeable about it, and mostly like you have to go to like mini painters like Warhammer and those types of things for 3D printing. And I had been like, Googling, like doing my little typing, and at some point I went to like this one Reddit and was like, okay, well, if I change the layer height, what do I do? And they were like, well, if you do 0.2, then you need to change like the amount of percentage that you're going down, which is like 30%, you have to change within the software. So I changed 30%. So instead of the 60, I went to like the 40. It is officially 42, but I prefer using like a rounded number because I don't think 42 is going to change much. So I changed it to 40. And so like, I changed it to 40, changed the thing to 6, and it worked. I had to do a bunch of stuff. I don't like calculating, so I used Google Calculator. I used Google Calculator, which, it went well. It went well. It went good. It went good. So I went and I used Google Calculator and I did like the thingies, and then I went to the vat out of the resin, and then I printed this little figurine, which I think okay, no, my I can't show it. It has my living room in the picture. But yeah, basically I had been using a lot of stuff. It's been interesting. It's been an interesting time to like, do resin printing. It's also warmer weather, so like printing is gonna go better anyways. The place that I have my printer is not the best place, sadly, but at this point I do not give a fuck. If it works, it works. I clean it at night when it's like dark out anyway, so it's not a big deal. I have a print right now of one of my mascots. I printed out one of my mascots, my small mascot, and now I'm printing out my big mascot. And the big mascot is gonna be printed out same way, same structures, but just the whole plate. And I hope it prints out like big enough. It's gonna be small anyway. Most of my figures are not really big because I have a Mars 5, which is a pretty small printer. If I ever want to switch, I may want to get a bigger one with like a bigger build volume. But for now it works good. It's just like a little hobby of printing little figurines. I got a little airbrush. I got the compressor for free. I got the compressor for free, and it's really nice. It's pretty loud, but like if you put headphones on, it's pretty doable. It can only run for 45 minutes because compressors get really, really hot. And mine is pretty old because I got it for free. Someone I know was like, hey, I have this compressor, I have this airbrush. I would love to give it to you. I know that you make little figurines. I know that you enjoy doing these types of things. So do you want to have it? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to have it. So he brought me the compressor and he was like, well, it's old. It can only run for 45 minutes before overheating. But like most of the time when you do figure painting, I have a bad back anyway, like a really, really bad back. So I can't really sit for too long anyway. So it's not like a big deal for me personally. I can do pretty well just doing like, usually I do it and I just turn it off and on when I need to use it. So I usually do intervals of like 15 to 30 minutes of painting. Because I do figure painting, it's like really small areas anyway, so it's not a big deal. And then, you know, per like different thing, you need to coat it with like more spray, and then you have to like tape it again, and then you have to like spray it again. So in general, 45 minutes is long enough for figure painting, in my opinion. Unless you do like really big pieces, then maybe you do need that full 45 minutes. But for me, it's like 15 minutes per part. I'm also not really that perfectionistic when it comes to my figures. I know there's a lot of people that want like this really, really specific like anime figure look, like this look of like the perfect anime figures that you can buy. And that's not really what I'm going for. I'm just going for, I want to make my figures, and if I get better at it soon, I get better at it. If I don't, I don't. The tape that I use is garbage anyway. I use washi tape. I used a really, really, really bad washi tape. I did not like that one. It was not good. I didn't enjoy it. And then I switched to the one that I use right now, and it's okay. It's fine. It's not great, but it's okay. If I get like the printer fully working again, I may just buy like really good tape. But tape is expensive. Like let me Google it. Like figure painting tape. It is $6 for like tiny tape, and then it's like $14 for like some more tape. Tape is expensive, but I guess like 14, it's not that bad. It's like this one's, I usually nowadays I either buy it from a bol.com because like I live in the Netherlands. But I think that in general, if you do funny live streams, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know. I think in general, like tape is expensive, paint is expensive. Like I use like not the best paints, but they're good. They're fine. They do the job. They do the job for painting like anime styled figures. My the airbrush that I have is a double action. So it's a double action, so it can go forward, it can go back and down. You have single action and double action. I suggest double action because it gives you just that little bit more control. It's also easier to clean, in my opinion, than a single action. It's nowadays not that much more expensive than a double action, and a single action aren't that different in like price. Like let me Google. So single action. I'm sorry that you can hear my keyboard. I have a really loud keyboard. The single action airbrush. So single action right now is like depends on what you get, but like an average of like 80 to like 125. Like it's that, and then let's get a double action is around like the same price. It's like 100 to like 70 to 100 again. Like it's not that super expensive anymore. The one that I have is like really nice. I like the one that I have. I think mine is $80. Mine was 80, I think. Yeah, 80. I think that mine was 80 euros with like not the compressor, of course. Like the compressor, I don't know the price of. It's like compressors are like 150 and up, like minimum 150 and up. I think mine is on the cheaper end. It can do up to, I think, 60, 70 psi, which is like good. If you can do 40, it's usually fine. I think like a minimum of 40 is what you need, and then like you want to go up. I think mine can actually go to 80 psi, which is like more than enough. 80 is a lot. I do not have it on 80, don't worry. 80 psi is like a large amount. 80 psi is like too much. I usually don't have to thin my paints with like 50. I think I have it on like 50 psi, and it works good and fine. If you want to get like a better one, it depends on what you use the airbrush for. For like figure painting, 40 to 50 is fine. If you want to do like very, 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 very like large things, yeah, maybe get an 80, get a larger airbrush as well. But for me, I paint small figures, so I need like not that much. I have like a really small needle in it. If you want a bigger needle, you can buy a bigger needle. I have like multiple needles. I think the one that I have right now is like one of the small, like the middle one. I have one that can go a little smaller and one that can go a little bigger. But to be honest, I'm fine with the one that I have. I am able to take it apart now, which is good. I cleaned it fully. I do need to get one more cleaning thingy because I can't clean it fully. I can't get into the little crevice where the needle goes in. Like the part that is right in between the needle and the so it's like right in between the needle and the like the nozzle. So that part I can't clean properly because I don't have the right tool for it. I just need to get like one of those like teeth scrubbers to like clean it up. I clean it up with usually like diluted alcohol is fine. I don't use straight up isopropyl like 90% because that is not great for your tools. I clean it with like a very small solution and just water. To be honest, everyone keeps saying, oh, don't clean it with water, you need distilled water, blah, blah, blah. I've had zero issues. I've had no issues. I do dilute my paints with like the proper thinner, which is a water-based thinner, so it's not that bad for you. If the thinner doesn't work, it's usually not it's never not worked. I just use the thinner and that's fine. So I just use the thinner and I clean it with, so I first spray thinner through, which usually gets rid of most of it. I don't clean it every single time. They tell you to do that. I don't. I'm too lazy for that shit. I clean it properly every few times. Like I fully clean it through. If I just spray the thinner through and like some water, it's usually like some warm water, it's fine. It works good. If you want like full clean water, just boil your water. But it's not necessary. I think that like some warm water and the thinner, it cleans it well enough, and then when it's necessary, you clean it with some if that doesn't work, you just use a little bit of diluted alcohol. I dilute it 50-50, so it's like 50% alcohol. It's just enough to like bite away some of the paint, but it's not enough to damage the actual thingy. I think in general, when it comes to special types of water and special types of things, it does depend on the product that you have, I think, in my opinion. Like distilled water and stuff, you want that for like very specific like small pieces, but like my airbrush doesn't need that per se, in my opinion. It's robust enough to not need distilled water and stuff, but you know. In general, I think that cleaning is like the thing I'm the worst at. But yeah, I think that as long as you know what product you're using on, and if it doesn't damage it, it's fine. Like my pen nibs that I use for my funny little like dip pen, I just use water on. If it's like some warm water and like a little paper towel, and it's clean. It's clean, man. It's clean. And if you want, for example, to like, I think that most of the stuff that I use, like my like printer, my resin printer, I do use isopropyl alcohol on, like the plate, not the vat. Do not do that. On the plate itself, it's fine. Yeah, using water on a dip pen is totally fine. just some warm water and a little towel, and it gets most of the ink off, in my opinion. I don't know, like, some people are so, like, I get that sometimes people are like, oh, it lasts longer. It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter. People are so elitist with certain items. Yeah, fountain pens, like, it does block the pen itself, because of like that's the same with like when you boil a lot of water, you see that like the funny like white stuff starts to happen. It starts to it starts to do that, but like most items, not a big deal. If you just wipe away a lot of the water residue, it usually doesn't really matter. Like fountain pens, it can get inside of like the mechanism that like drops the ink. Don't do that. But for in general, I think most items, if you're able to clean them fully and like take them apart in a way where you can clean every part, it's not a big deal to use like these specialty cleaners. If you can get most of the residue off, not a big deal. In my opinion, at least. Of course, like, I live in the Netherlands, you have like a lot of harsh water because there's chemicals in it to do that. But like, you know, yeah, shimmering inks. I love using inks that are really pretty on my dip pen. I used to use, you know what's really, really handy? Like a tip that I use on my dip pen, you can use watercolors, like straight up like the watercolor inks. If you've ever used watercolor inks, use those. They work really, really well. And just, you know, the ones that you usually use for like backgrounds and stuff, you can use those with dip pens. Use those with dip pens. They're really, really good for those because they're the consistency of like a watery like ink. They can be used in dip pens fully, no problem. It is great. I love it. I love using them. I used to have like these things. I just bought them from like a very cheap store. They work fine because they are basically the inks that they use in watercolors, but like not diluted. Works perfectly in like dip pens. Anything that is like watery, I've used watercolors in dip pens. Works fine as long as it's like not very diluted and it can pick it up and it's like not any of the like the chalkiness is on it. Fine. Yeah, the you have Icoline and you have just like watercolor inks. Let me put a ink. Watercolor ink is not exactly Icoline. Icoline. Some of them are. It is usually called that because it's like the thingy. You have like their watercolor inks. I really like them. I owned really cheap ones and they were great. Let me put like a copy that. Put it in. Wait, what is this browser source? No, I need to copy the link. I think. Do I need to copy the link? I don't really remember. Oh no, I was fine. It was fine. Never mind. No, not me. Not me. Where are you going, little browser source? Why are you so big? Oh no. I can't get the browser source to transform fit screen. There we go. This stuff. I love this stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is so fun. I've always used like a lot of random ass fucking shit. I don't own this one specifically. I have used this one before. Really good. I've used a lot of products. I've been in a very specific art class that taught you how to use traditional products. I love these. I love these little things. In general, I think that in art products and stuff, I have used so many. You can tell me something, I probably used it. I probably used it. Watercolor inks, 100%. Wait, let me see if I can get the ones that I bought once that were actually pretty good. Where are you? Was it called liquid watercolor? Yeah, liquid watercolor. Yeah. These. They were, they don't have like the picture of just the item, but I bought this very specific set. I'm gonna put it on screen. Oh, that's not the one that I wanted to open. These, I don't know why the picture's so small, so we're gonna just do it. These, I own these. They're actually pretty good. These are pretty good. They're actually pretty good. These. They're actually pretty good. I use them a lot. I use them a lot, but I think I have them at my parents' house. I think I left them at my parents' house. To be honest, ooh, let's put you over there. There you go. In general, I think I've used so much stuff. I love like ecoline. Let's go to like how to pronounce ecoline. Howtopronounce.com. I can't hear the music. Oopsie. Howtopronounce.com. No, shut up. Ecoline. I can't hear shit. Why am I getting Mayo? I can't hear anything. Did it pull out the fucking thingy? Oh no. It was working fine, like, yeah, I think I pulled it out. Yeah, I did. Ecoline. Ooh. I didn't hear it. I accidentally pulled up my headphone cord. I don't put on my headphones because I think I talk too loud if I do, so I don't hear anything. Ecoline. I don't know. I like that. I have pens. Ecoline pens. I have these. Ugh, I have them right next to me. They're the Talent? I think they're called Royal Talons. Ecoline brush pens. I really like those. Those are really good. I really like them. They're really nice. They're really smooth. Let me take a picture. Let me show a picture. Royal Talons. Ecoline brush pens. I really like these. I own them. Let me see if I can find the set that I have the pastel set because I find them not as pastel as you think they are. These, I own these. Let me put a picture on the screen. These. They're so big. These. These. I really like these. They're really good. I really like them. I really like these. I own these pens. I own them. They're good. I love them. I use them in my sketchbook all the time. Let me peek over the side. Hello. Yeah, I like these pens a lot. I want to buy more, but they're expensive as fuck. They are so good. They're so good, man. They're so good. I love these pens. Anyone who complains about pens being like too expensive, yeah, they're expensive. I'm still gonna buy them. To be honest, I own a lot of expensive products, and I don't know why. I think it's just because they're really good. These are really expensive. They're like 4 pens for 12 bucks? 12 bucks, I think? Yeah, 12 bucks. Which, I mean, isn't too bad. It's just, it's not great. Yeah, to be honest, I don't cheap out on my sketchbooks. I think the one that I own is a Sakura one. It wasn't too expensive, actually. It is pretty small. I think, do I have it with me right now? Yeah, it's right there. I have this Sakura one, which I really like this one. It holds everything. I can layer stuff really well. Like these Ecoline pens are still like water based, so they're still gonna leak and like wobble the paper. These ones are really good. They weren't, like I said, they weren't too expensive. I think I spent 15 bucks on my sketchbook, and it's really good. And I doodle a lot in it. Yeah, I mean, I think that like it also scares me sometimes to like use an expensive sketchbook, but this one that I have, it's not a big one. It's like a pretty standard sketchbook size, like maybe like a tiny bit under regular sketchbook size. This one's really good, the Sakura one. It was, yeah, I think it was like 15 euros, and the paper's good. It has a lot of paper. I'm not even like a quarter in, and I feel like I've drawn so much. The Eurotalons art one, let me Google that one. Eurotalons sketchbook. Oh, those are so good though. Those are really good though. I've used this one before. They're in the local store that I buy mine of. These are still really good. I was going to actually buy that one, but then I saw this one. I was like, yeah, let's go get this one. It was a Christmas present for myself, so I spent a little bit more money than I usually would. But yeah, when it comes to sketchbooks, I usually don't spend that much money on it. When I finish this one, someday, I will do a sketchbook tour on stream. Or a video, it depends, one or the other. I think it's gonna be a video, but maybe it's gonna be a stream, probably not. But it's gonna be something. When I finish this one, I will have to like maybe censor a few pages. Not that there's any personal like stuff in there, it's just like some artwork that isn't mine is in here. It's a lot of just like characters, either character design or just like some funny doodles. So yeah, when I finish that one, which is gonna be a long while, it's not gonna be like soon, but when I finish it, it's gonna be funny thingy. I love drawing in the sketchbook, it's so nice. Do I lose half of my pens all the time? Yes, I just found out where my purple pen went. It was on my desk. I didn't know. It was on my desk. I sleep right next to my desk. It was on my desk. I thought I lost it. It's the same with like the green Ecoline pen that I have. I thought I lost it. No, it was on my desk. If I think I lost something, it is probably on my desk. To be honest, I have like an empty bottle of like 70% alcohol on my desk, and I thought I lost it, but no, it was on my desk. It's the same with like one of those like laundry clips that you use. I don't know if you can hear it. There you go. It was on my desk. I lost it. It was on my desk. If I lose something, it's probably on my desk. I have two desks. I have a paint desk where I do my figure painting, and I have my desk where my PC is on, and it's not a very good desk. It's a good desk. It's just not good for what I'm using it for. And the other desk has a broken leg. I still use it. I mean, it doesn't... I just need to add some, I think I need to just add some wood glue and just clamp it so it like... Because it's wooden. I multitask it all in a tidy desk. I mean, my desk is, like... I don't know, it's not small, but it's not big either. It's like middle of the ground. I can put like my my screen and my stuff on it, but like I barely have any. Like I have no more. 120 and 60. I think mine's smaller. I think my desk is smaller. I think mine like lengthwise, I think mine is like also 120, but like widthwise, it is small. It is small. I have two desks. I have one in my bedroom and one in my living room. And I need to add more stuff because so I'm gonna have one or two what are they called? Cabinets? No, not cabinets. I don't know what they're called. They're not desks, but like you put stuff on top of it and in it. Am I just fucking stupid right now? Probably. I don't know what they're called anymore. Let me wait. Side tables? They're kind of tables, but they're not tables. They're not tables. They're not tables. I forgot the word in Dutch too. I forgot it. It is, well, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna get a one to put all my stuff in because a lot of my stuff is on the floor. Like, for example, one of the things that's on the floor is my sewing machine and my computer. Not my computer, my laptop. A cabinet. Is it a cabinet? Oh, they are called cabinets. They are called cabinets. So I'm gonna have two cabinets, big ones, be put in my living room. And I'm gonna put my stuff in there, maybe put my figures on there because my figures are now on the living room table and they fall over. My living room table is not that great. It's good for what it does. I have a round table because I don't have a lot of space. But yeah, they fall over. My little fox figure that I painted, that thing is so wobbly. It falls over every 2 minutes. And it just falls over so pathetically. It's just like, donk. It just lays there. It's so funny. Because like this figure has a base, so it doesn't really fall over because it has like a full resin base, like no emptiness, just full on resin. It's thick and it doesn't fall over. It's also in a little glass case, but like my Kirby figure that I made also has a base, so it doesn't fall over, but that little figure doesn't have a base, so it falls over all the time. For real. Sitting figures fall down so much. You think that like a figure that sits down wouldn't fall over. They do. They fall over so much. This figure is like a sitting figure. It's a little like a fox figure that's like sitting down, and it falls over so much that the underside has scratched paint because it keeps falling down and scratching the bottom. So it has scratched paint on the, like, it has literally scratched paint right on the ass. It's so funny. It's so funny. And poor Miku lost her hair. Oh my god. I mean, Mikus do have, like, a tendency to lose one of their ponytails. Sometimes two. I am planning on making a Miku sculpt, but I don't know. I am planning on making one, but I'm planning on making my own design. No, she's never. She has to be yellow though. Make her yellow. Make her yellow. Turn her yellow. The yellow one. I mean, Naru has. I think she has sort of slightly come back into like popularity. Not popularity per se, but she has come back slightly. And that's neat. That's really neat. I mean, it's the same with Teto. Teto has always been my favorite. Before she became a synth V, she was still one of my favorites. I love Teto. And when she became a synth V, I was so happy. Seeing her be used so often is so good. I love Teto. I love her. I love Teto. Teto, yippee! I love Teto. Twin drills are so fun. I love curly hair like that. It's so fun. I love her. I love you, Teto. I want a Teto keychain so bad. Same. I want a Teto keychain. Give me a little Teto that I can carry around. A little Teto. I love Teto. Teto's synth V design is so good. To be honest, she has now a voice, like a talking Teto speaking. Like her Teto speaking voice bank. She got a new one for Voice Peak. It's really cute. It's not. I don't like it as much as like her singing voice, but she has a Voice Peak bank that has kind of come out, and I really like the top, like the little straps and a little walkie-talkie. It's really cute. She's so cute. But Teto. That is Teo. That is someone else. That is a... Seems to be Magic the Gathering card. Teto. I love all Tetos. Like, her Utao design is... Of course, it's old. It was meant to be just like a fake Vocaloid April Fool's prank, but... Nowadays, like, I really, really, really adore her synth V design. It is probably my favorite. In general, I think, yeah, Teto synth V is my favorite. She's so cute. The little ribbon in her twin drills. The little... Oh, I love her little militaristic stuff. It's so good. It's so good. I love it so much. I think in general, yeah, my favorite is Teto in design. And also, let me show my beloved. Is it this one? No. No, I can't remember her name. Yeah, Una. I was close. I was really close. Una, and that's my favorite. Her design-wise, she's my favorite. I love Una. Una. Let me put her on screen. I want to put her on screen. My beloved. I love her. She's so cute, and her design is so fun. I love her big hat. I fucking hate her new design. Sorry. Her new design is so unbelievably bland. I hate it. It's so bland and washed out. And don't get me wrong, she still has like some semblance, but like she no longer has her cute, her little big fish hat. She just has like two fish balls. And her colors are... Let me show it. I don't know. I don't know. They made her too... Like, she was just like a ball of like fun energy, and look at her now. It's just bland. I don't know. It's like design-wise she's fine, but... Man. She's so washed out. I liked her original. She was so cute. Like, she's so fun. Like, even like certain like fan designs. Like there were so many Una designs that were just better. This one's just... The braids are cute. I like all of the ideas. Just the colors are really washed out. Her big hat's gone. Her like personality is gone. Get away. I liked that she had like this very like sassy design. It was fun. But now she's just light purple. It's just purple. And she's no longer like this bright ass blue. Like she used to be like this bright blue color, and now she's a light purple. And she had like this, like my favorite thing were like her eyes having like she had like a big sharp eyes. It was fun. Maybe I just don't like change. I mean, you have like so many designs, and in general there's like so many Vocaloids that are like, when you search Vocaloid, of course you get like Miku, like it's predominantly Miku, but there's so many good Mikus. And like, for example, there's now a new Uni design which I really like. It's really cute. She has a synth V new design. It's really cute. She got like a lot more style. Like, don't get me wrong, she had a great amount of style before, but like they still made her look really fun and funky. But sometimes when they translate into like synth V, some synth V designs are just lesser. I'm sorry. But I do like some of the designs. For example, they have the Bangji Dream Girl Poppy, which is a really fun design. She has a really cute one. I do like, is her name? I don't remember her name. Eleanor Forte. Her design has always been good. I like her design, even the updated one. That one's good. She's an English voice bank predominantly, I think. I like her design. She's cute. But sometimes they just make them look bland. I don't know. Some of them are just bland. If you wanna, like, I don't know. Maki had a really cute design. I like Maki. It's Maki. She's cute. I like her. Maki is cute. I don't know. In general, there's so many. They have a lot of Chinese voice banks and English voice banks, and I like them a lot. She also has a lot more desaturated colors. Reminds me of that phenomenon where movies have gotten more gray throughout the year. Exactly. That is the thing. Don't get me wrong, I didn't really like, that's the same with video games. Don't get me wrong, I didn't like the piss colored overlays, but like, why do they have to be gray? What does everything have to be gray? Stop making everything gray. I'm so done with gray. Like, Vocaloids have gotten gray. They've stopped being like saturated. Their skin color's white. Just like the color white. No more color, all mine now. That's why I have the brightest pink colors in my design. I love bright colors. I love using bright colors. And then this model is predominantly gray. Look, I may be gray, but I do have bright pink. I swear. I do have bright colors. I swear, me lord, I have bright colors. But in general, I do think that shit's gotten more boring. Like, everything has to be gray. Everything has to be boring. There's no saturation, no difference. It's all bland. But I think I'm gonna stop stream. I've been streaming for an hour, which for me is a lot. I don't know how people can stream for like 7-8 hours. I don't fucking get it. I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna say bye-bye with like Yaho bye-bye. So I'm gonna say bye-bye. 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 Goodbye.